How many times have you seen someone who earns very little but keeps posting pictures with an expensive phone, imported sneakers, and a brand new car? On the outside, everything looks perfect, but on the inside, their credit card is maxed out, the installments barely fit in the paycheck, and their mind won't stop calculating how to pay the next bill. The truth is harsh, but it must be said, the less money someone has, the more they feel the need to show that they do. It's like they're trying to prove to the world and to themselves that they're winning, even if in reality they're sinking into debt. Meanwhile, the truly wealthy, they move in silence. They don't need to show anything off because they've already figured out the game. The goal was never to look rich, it was to be free. They know that true wealth is being able to say no whenever they want. It's choosing who to work with. It's having time to live, not just running to pay bills. So let me ask you, no sugarcoating. Do you want to impress people who don't pay your bills? Or do you want to build a life that frees you from them? Because those who choose freedom have nothing to prove, and that changes everything. This is how the silent cycle that traps so many people begins, the obsession with looking good. You see someone buying a new car and think, I deserve that too. Then comes the dealership, the financing, the interest. Next, the latest smartphone, of course, in installments. And to match it, new clothes, trendy shoes, dinner at a fancy, Instagrammable place. All to maintain an image, to avoid looking left behind. But the bill always comes, and it's not just the credit card bill, it's the emotional one, because the truth starts to weigh. You look at your bank statement and have no idea where your salary went. Your name may be clean, but your mind is drowning in guilt, anxiety, and the constant fear of not making it. All of this for something no one dares to say out loud, the need to be accepted. Society taught us to trade freedom for status. And worst of all, most people don't even realize it. Meanwhile, the silent rich, those who truly understand the game, are doing the opposite. They live below their means. They buy assets, not appearances. They study in silence. They invest without telling anyone. They're building a solid foundation while others are stacking sandcastles with credit cards. The appearance cycle is deceptive. It gives you quick compliments but charges you dearly, in installments, in peace of mind, in lost time. Get out while you still can, because status doesn't buy freedom, but freedom pays for everything. Have you noticed how the people who talk most about money are often the ones most financially tight? It's always the same talk. I paid cash. I made this much last month. My car is top of the line. But behind all that talk, the reality is often different. Debt, delays, sleepless nights. Those who truly have it don't need to shout. You'll never see a real investor posting bank statements or a millionaire talking about how many car payments they have left. Know why? Because those who have it are busy building. While some talk loudly, others act silently. While some show off, others study. While some chase likes, others are planting seeds that will grow into fruitful trees. It's like that quote very few take seriously. Still waters run deep. What's shallow makes noise. What's deep is quiet. So next time you see someone trying to prove they've made it, stop and ask yourself, have they really made it? Or are they just trying to convince themselves? Here's a secret hardly anyone talks about. True wealth is built backstage. It's not on Instagram stories, not at bar conversations, not at crowded parties. It's born in silence. While the world chases applause, the silent rich are busy planting. They know that those who talk too much get distracted, and those who listen more than they speak learn. That's why instead of telling everyone their plans, they write goals in an old notebook. Instead of showing off what they bought, they show where the money went, into stocks, real estate, dividends. While some talk about brands, they talk about profit margins. While others count how many trips they've taken, they count how many income streams they've built. In this game, silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. It's in silence that you study without interruptions. It's in silence that you fail without judgment. It's in silence that you grow without needing to prove anything to anyone. So if today you're quiet, working, studying, saving, don't feel behind. You're in the best possible place, in the invisible phase that prepares the inevitable. Because when freedom comes, it won't come with noise. It will come with peace. Have you ever seen someone post on Instagram, "Today I received dividends from my stock portfolio"? Or maybe, "I'm enjoying the income from my rental properties"? No, right? Because true wealth has no filters, no likes, no special effects. It's invisible, silent and powerful. While many show off what they bought, the silent rich show nothing. They don't need to, because what they built works on its own. It's money flowing into the account without clocking in. It's investments generating income even while they sleep. It's the peace of looking at the month ahead and thinking, "I'm covered." This fortune isn't from a lucky break. It's built with patience, smart decisions, and sacrifices most people aren't willing to make. And you know what's the most valuable thing about it? Freedom. Freedom to turn down work that doesn't make sense. Freedom to travel without counting the days. Freedom to care for your health, your family, your mind, without stressing over the next bill. So the next time you feel behind because you don't have the newest car or the trendiest phone, take a deep breath and remember, what shines isn't always valuable, and what truly matters doesn't always appear. Because real wealth isn't in what you show, it's in what works for you even when no one's watching. Do you know one of the biggest ironies of modern life? It's people trading peace for image, trading freedom for a shop window, all to maintain an image they themselves can't afford. And this isn't rare, it's common. People who compulsively finance things just to keep up. People who go to a store just to look and walk out with 10 monthly payments. People who are actually buying approval from others. That's how the trap of status begins. Subtle, seductive, almost innocent. But when you realize it, you're already caught in a cycle that seems endless. Pay today, owe tomorrow, buy now, worry later. And that later never brings relief. Just more burden. Meanwhile, those who choose freedom are doing things differently. They say no when everyone else says yes. They resist when temptation hits. They look at the price, but also the hidden cost, anxiety, pressure, financial slavery. Because status might give you a few compliments, but at the end of the month, it's what keeps you up at night. Freedom, on the other hand, might not earn you applause now, but it will give you what no one can take away, control of your life. So before buying on impulse, stop and ask yourself, will this bring me closer to freedom or trap me even more? There comes a time when you look around and realize something has to change. The payments keep piling up. There's never money left. Anxiety becomes a routine. And that's when the truth hits you. You can't live just trying to look like something. It's time to become it. And it all starts with a choice. The silent rich, the ones truly building freedom, don't wait for leftover money to invest. They invest before they spend. Because for him, investing is not a luxury, it's a priority. It's as essential as paying the electricity bill or buying groceries. He knows that if he leaves what's left to invest, there will never be anything left. So he does the opposite. He pays himself first. He puts his money to work, and he learns to live with what's left, not the other way around. And more than that, he plans. He knows how much he earns, how much he spends, and where every cent goes. He doesn't live in the dark. He's in charge of his own money. And that's where everything starts to change. You don't need to earn a fortune to escape the cycle. What you need is to change the way you think. Swap consumption for construction. Swap urgency for patience. Swap status for strategy. Because financial freedom doesn't come from one giant leap. It comes from small, consistent steps taken every day with awareness. And the first step can be taken today. Decide not to repeat last month. Decide to break the cycle. Most people want fast results. They want to earn a lot. They want it now. They want to show the world they've made it. But the silent wealthy, they think differently. They understand that true freedom isn't built with speed. It's built with consistency. While many change phones with every new release, they change their mindset. While some split $1,000 sneakers into 10 payments, they invest that same amount in a stock that can generate dividends for years. While some buy vanity, they buy time. Yes, time, because growing financially is actually a way to buy time. Time to live better, time to be with family, time to take care of your health, time to say no to things that don't make sense. But that requires a kind of effort few people recognize. The effort to say no when everyone else says yes. The effort to study money while others binge-watch series. The effort to invest even if it seems small, even if it seems slow. In the beginning, nothing seems to be happening. You invest $100 here, $200 there, and it feels like nothing is changing. But over time, compound interest starts to work. Your money begins to work for you. And then, the silent magic of building starts to blossom. First, your investments pay a bill. Then they cover half the month. And one day, without any noise, without fireworks, they begin to fund your freedom. And the most beautiful part, you didn't have to show off. You didn't have to shout. You didn't have to prove anything. You just grew in silence, with discipline, with focus. And when the fruits appear, no one will understand how you got there. But you will. It was every invisible choice that built the visible results. We live in a time where everything needs to be shown. If you don't post, it feels like it didn't happen. If you don't share, it feels like it doesn't matter. But that's an illusion, because the greatest achievements are born in anonymity. You know that person who disappears from social media for a while. They're not lost often, they're focused, studying in silence, working hard, taking care of their mind, body, and finances. While the world chases likes, they chase knowledge. While many want to be seen, they want to be free. And believe me, those who seek freedom find much more than approval. Victory doesn't happen when you buy a new car to show off. It happens when you pay the taxes without flinching. It's not when you travel and post. It's when you travel and don't worry about the credit card bill. These victories don't bring likes, but they bring peace. They don't get applause, but they build a real, solid, unshakable life. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to run to keep up with others. You just need to walk your own path, even if it's in silence. Because silence isn't the absence of victory. It's the ground where victory is being built. So stop measuring yourself through other people's eyes. Stop thinking success needs to look grand. True success is when you sleep peacefully, when your money works for you, when your life feels light even if no one is watching. And in this noisy world, choosing to grow in silence is one of the bravest acts you can commit. You know what truly keeps most people from achieving freedom? It's not the lack of money, it's the ego. It's the ego that trades investment for showing off. It's the ego that convinces you to buy what you don't need, to impress those who don't care. It's the ego that whispers, "You deserve this now," even if that now chains you down for years. The ego wants a stage, but freedom demands the backstage. While the ego pushes you to prove something to the world, freedom invites you to grow in silence. While the ego makes you compete with your neighbor, your cousin, or a stranger on the internet, freedom reminds you that the only comparison that matters is with who you were yesterday. Those who want to show too much end up getting lost. They waste energy trying to appear okay and forget to actually be okay. But those who are brave enough to set the ego aside, gain something money can't buy, peace. You don't need the most expensive car. You need the car you can afford without breaking your budget. You don't need the trendy brand name outfit. You need the peace of mind that you're taking care of your future. That level of humility and focus is where freedom begins. Because freedom isn't in the storefront, it's in the invisible choices you make every day. Saying no to the ego is saying yes to your peace, your independence, your growth. It's understanding that the wealth game isn't won by shouting, it's won by mastering the silence. So if there's one real shift you can make today, it's this. Stop trying to prove something, start building something, because true victory isn't being admired by many, it's being free completely. Now that you've made it this far, pause for a moment and breathe. Think about everything that was said. Think about the times you tried to appear strong, when deep down all you really wanted was a bit of peace. Think about how much energy you've spent trying to prove something to people who aren't even part of your life. And now, imagine what would change if, starting today, you stopped trying to look rich and started truly building your freedom. It doesn't matter how much you earn. It doesn't matter what others think. It doesn't matter if today you can only invest $10 a month. What matters is the decision you make right now. Because while many are distracted, chasing likes and status, you can choose to grow in silence. No rush, no audience, no need to prove anything. And one day when freedom arrives, because it will arrive, you'll remember. It was in that moment, that quiet decision, that everything started to change. You don't need to be seen to win. You need to be free. And free is something you can start becoming today. Now tell me, what choice are you making today that your future self will thank you for? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know what resonated with you in this video. And if this message made sense to you, share it with someone who also needs to hear this. Like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because here we talk about wealth with purpose, freedom with awareness, and real growth. See you in the next video. And remember, true wealth begins the moment you stop trying to impress and start setting yourself free. Think about everything that was said. Think about the times you tried to appear strong when deep down all you really wanted was a bit of peace. Think about how much energy you've spent trying to prove something to people who aren't even part of your life. And now, imagine what would change if, starting today, you stopped trying to look rich and started truly building your freedom. It doesn't matter how much you earn, and it doesn't matter what others think. It doesn't matter if today you can only invest $10 a month. What matters is the decision you make right now. Because while many are distracted, chasing likes and status, you can choose to grow in silence. No rush, no audience, no need to prove anything. And one day, when freedom arrives, because it will arrive, you'll remember. It was in that moment, that quiet decision, that everything started to change. You don't need to be seen to win. You need to be free. And free is something you can start becoming today. Now tell me, what choice are you making today that your future self will thank you for? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know what resonated with you in this video. And if this message made sense to you, share it with someone who also needs to hear this. Like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because here we talk about wealth with purpose, freedom with awareness, and real growth. See you in the next video, and remember, true wealth begins the moment you stop trying to impress and start setting yourself free.